I took a look at the auto market, and what you can see is that prices on everything, parts, parking, repairs, and insurance in particular, has gone through the roof, while at the same time, the average earnings have shockingly not kept pace. But I don't think that's what you were really asking anyway. It's part of owning a car, though, to know, because what we're seeing with the insurance companies is when it starts to cost them money, they just say, nope, we're not insuring you anymore. So that piece is important. But I took a look at the used vehicle index, and you can see that it peaked over here at the in January, or actually a little bit before 2022. So all that free money that they pumped into the system drove the prices in nominal terms up. But then it's been dropping pretty precipitously ever since. I do think that will continue, because I think that we've already entered in a recession, that there is not going to be a soft landing, and that a lot of this is done on debt, which, as we know, when interest rates rise, the market value of that debt declines. But the opposite is true too. So a lot is dependent upon this Fed pivot to make it look one way or the other, and then at the end, I'm going to show you the reality. So if they do start dropping rates, that vehicle debt that the banks are holding or other entities are holding, the market value will go up. But overall, I think that the used car market, the prices there, will continue to go down. All they're doing with this pivot and the shifting of the interest rates, and it's going to be interesting to see where we go from here to the end of the year. Many think we're going to see a 100 basis point move, and I think that that's probably accurate, but it's because they're trying to, let's see, well, that's deflation. What you're seeing on the used car charts, that's deflationary. There's only one way, only one, to fight deflation, and that's with more inflation and more money printing and more debt creation. You know, that just makes things appear a certain way. Now, electric cars, which they're trying to promote and push, those prices are actually going up, interestingly enough, although it seems like they're not getting adoption fast enough. So I thought that was actually really interesting as well. But what you need to see is reality, because everything is done in nominal terms. And as soon as you hear the word nominal or notional, what you need to just automatically know is that you're not going to see real value. And it's the value of the dollar going down that pushes the price, that nominal price, up. But I said, well, you know, I'm kind of curious. Let's go back to the beginning of this scheme, which was 1913 when they installed the Federal Reserve. At that time, the average price of a car, here's just a little 20 horsepower Ford, was $850. And with spot gold, which was a controlled price back then at $20.67, it took 41.12 ounces to buy that average car. Okay, well, how about today? Let's take a look. You can see this is a new vehicle price, and you can see how much that's gone up because of the inflation that was intentionally created by all of this money printing. This is intentional. This is pure manipulation. Aren't you tired of being manipulated? But how many times can you be manipulated? How many times do you believe the lies? Here's the truth. Here we are in 2024. And the average, oops, I didn't change that. The average price of a new vehicle is no longer $850. It's $48,000. See, these are alive. It's $48,401. And that is also off the peak. So we have prices in both used and new cars dropping. And as some say, like a stone. But with spot gold on Friday's close at $2,503.34, the cost in terms of ounces of gold, instead of 41 ounces, it's 19 ounces. So can you see how sound money actually protects your purchasing power? So even if these prices go up in nominal terms, though quite frankly, what is most likely to happen, because this is the historic norm, is that people are going to have to raise money to maintain and sustain a standard of living if they have not prepared for this outcome. This is why I'm doing all of this work, because if you are prepared, it's not going to bother you. You're going to be able to buy whatever car you want at a much less, even nominal price, because you're holding something that holds its purchasing power. And that's the real key. No matter what you're doing, that's the real key. You want to be in a position to hold your purchasing power so that when opportunities present, whether it's with cars or it's with real estate or other income producing assets. I will be doing a video on some of the options in income producing assets. Bear with me. I'm working as hard as I possibly can to get all of this stuff done. I'm telling you, I could work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, and still not really be able to vocalize everything that I want to vocalize. But you know, in all of this, what you need to understand is that sound money will protect you when fiat money puts you in just the right place to fail. So now I will take questions.